All right, guys, day 52 of the bulk. We are doing back and biceps today. I know lately, now that I've been, having a little bit more time in the gym and in between workouts, I've been mainly hitting one major muscle group at a time. So on a normal day, I would just do back. But today, I'm feeling I want to throw some biceps in. They're feeling fresh. So I'm going to go over actually a great bicep finisher and, something that I would do to extinguish the biceps at the end of the workout. So stick around for that at the end of the video. But until then, we have some back to knock out. So going through my warm-ups here with the band, trying to get the shoulder loose. Really simple, tie these bands up and get a good warm-up in. So always got to make sure those muscles are loose before you start. Getting into the first set, we are on this Nautilus Impact machine now. Mixed feelings about these machines. Now, the Nautilus Impact are like very beginner machines. They're built well. They got the plexiglass. They look expensive, but they're not the best for contraction. So what I'm trying to do here with these first couple sets is really try to pull these down deep, get the stretch because I am still kind of warming up here. Although I think this is maybe the full stack or probably close to it. This machine doesn't go super heavy. I think it goes like 300 and we're like moving the stack pretty easily. So that's why we're warming up on this machine and not really treating it as the main sort of exercise of the day. So yeah, saying the machine was moving. Now, I didn't quite catch it while watching it back, but maybe you guys did. Let's try to move it back in place there. So yeah, moving on to some vertical rows. I like to do these ones standing and really trying to just extend the rep on this back day. I'm trying to pull back a little slower, really contract the lats here. And that's the main goal when it comes to warming up the lats. So we're going to get onto some working sets here in the background, but I just wanted to go ahead and talk about the new style of videos that we've been doing here on the channel. Trying to collect some feedback on what you guys think about the voiceover instead of doing the live commentary in the gym. Honestly, I felt like I'm able to concentrate much more while I'm in there and I'm more efficient with my time and I'm not too worried about, what should I say after this set or, how do I go about prefacing what I'm about to do. I could just get in there, lock in, listen to some music or, just focus on the workout at hand and just kind of get things done a little better. So I think we're going to continue the way we are doing things right now with the voiceovers. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below because I think this would be a perfect time to go over some questions as well. But until then, if you guys haven't, try locking in when you're in the gym. Put that phone away, make sure you got your notifications off, turn it on airplane mode. If you're going to listen to music, great, but don't be on your phone every 5 minutes. Leave that thing in your bag and get your work done. You're going to see how much more focused and the gains are they're noticeable. With me putting on weight this off season, I've noticed a big difference with, my strength, the physique, the shape is still there, and just all around the board, just great workouts. So until further notice, the workouts will be voiced over. Also, staying on topic of the bulk, and trying to make some progress with gaining muscle in the off season is, trying to stay focused not only in the gym, but with your diet and your day-to-day life as well. Currently, I'm up to 5,500 calories, which we are slowly trying to get the metabolism working a little harder, kind of backing off the diet that we were on for prep, and hoping to get back up to that 6,000 calorie mark pretty soon. The appetite's only going up with these style workouts. So as long as I get my cardio in at the end of the session, I'm pretty much good for 55 to 6,000 calories a day. And, I know it seems like a lot, but now that I'm adding in some fats back into the diet, it's been a lot easier for me, especially for how long I've eaten clean. The fats are definitely helping me reach that goal, but don't get me wrong, these are more so healthy fats than anything. I'm not, snacking on donuts and a bunch of bullshit. So you always want to make sure you have that diet clean, no matter if you're cutting or on a bulk. So one thing about this machine is the knurling is super sharp, and I think I'd go to show off the hands, ripped up after the sets, but it's all good because today we're trying not to use straps. I don't think I pulled them out at all for this back day, which for right now, me trying to build up a little forearm, a little grip strength, it's good to cycle off the straps every once in a while, just so you don't fall too far back with the strength in the grip. So here we're doing some rows. I'm trying to almost mimic the hammer strength row. This one's angled a lot more down, so you have more range of motion to pull. So instead of using a chest supported style row, I'm about a half length arms apart, and just pulling all the way back, getting that elbow through, solid contraction in the lat, a little bit of rear delt, but mostly lat here, and a strong pull. So that was 2 plates. I believe that is where I leave the top set for the unilateral work as we move over to some rear delts. So just making sure I'm smashing the scapulas together, contracting the back. Contracting your back and finding the individual muscles to flex can be challenging for most people. I mean, so many muscles in the back. It's hard to kind of pinpoint or target where you want to hit. You just got to do your best with taking the load off the arms. Now, if you can pull without your biceps, triceps, shoulder, and use your hands as hooks, that's really going to help you build that back and build that mind-muscle connection back there. So when you do pull those elbows through, you're flexing the back, not just going through the motions. So usually when I'm done with these types of sets, I do like to kind of hold some contraction back there. The whole reason for hitting the double bicep is to build off that mind-muscle connection. So flexing and, doing isometric holds at the end of the set is only going to help. So here we are doing some bent rows on the Smith machine. I didn't want to get into too heavy of bent barbell rows today because my last workout was a leg day, and I typically wouldn't do back after legs. But for today, since we're not doing too much compound work, back was pretty much fine to do. So going up to 185 here and topping out, just trying to pull, get a slow contraction in the lats, and keep it strict. Here on the Smith machine, it's pretty straight up and straight down, so you kind of have to manipulate the angle of your body. You gotta lean over it a little bit more, but it still does work, and it works great. And doing things kind of in reverse today, we are finishing with lat pull downs for the back now, getting them warmed up with some pull overs before we switch over. Just a good idea to get them rewired, since we were kind of hitting mostly rows, if you think about it, for this workout. So on to the lat pull down. Lat pull down is pretty much a staple for my back day. So if I'm not hitting lat pull down on my back day, something's wrong or, it's not much of a back day for me. So here we are with the neutral grip mold, and just trying to keep the reps very fluid here. So not too long, not too short, just trying to maximize the amount of reps I'm getting with this, I'd say, moderate weight. All right, so on to the second set, trying to get a little bit more weight moving. I believe if this isn't the stack, it's got to be 1 or 2 pins below the stack. And using some of those fast twitch muscles to get the weight down, but working without the straps the entirety of the workout is a little tough. So we are currently in transition to do biceps, so we are supersetting the lat pull down with some cable curls. And I know I talked about what I like to do the best for biceps. Well, it's right around the corner. We're about to get into it, but until then, these cable curls are always good to do to kind of warm up the pump on the bicep. The resistance stays the same throughout. It's not like when you're doing dumbbells, you're dropping the weights and to your side. It's pretty steady resistance through those cable curls. So finishing the back portion with a little rear delt face pulls on the lat pull down, specifically for the fact that you could just do more weight on the lat pull down. It's kind of why I have it set up there rather than on one knee, which I usually do most of the time when I'm doing the face pulls. But again, back to warming up the biceps. And it's been a minute since I've hit a back and bicep day. My days have been split up to where I'm just kind of hitting one muscle group at a time, like I was saying, but I feel like I got more in the tank, so I'm gonna hit back and finish with biceps. So first real set of biceps here, just your standard seated curls. I've always felt that, just doing standard alternating curls, whether you're seated or standing, just gives me the best pump. And the longer I do them, the more my arms get pumped, specifically, the lower brachialis near the forearms as well. I get the vascularity coming through, and overall just a good pump when I'm doing these. So I like to stick to these ones as my kind of primary exercise for the biceps, but we do switch it up. We switch it up from seated to standing. Now doing kind of the same thing, but as you can see, I'm kind of bringing these a little closer to my head. Just trying to mix up the angle here. So working a little bit more outer bicep for these ones, although I'm still getting that little slight pinky twist there at the end. I'm pretty much going to just crank these out until I feel like I can't do anymore. So this is one part of the little secret that I would typically do for the biceps. Now we're going to get into what I would say has been my favorite bicep exercise, and that is the close grip barbell easy curl. Now, you kind of want the easy curl bar because it just relieves a lot of pressure off the wrists. So as you can see, I don't even really need to bring this barbell too high to get full contraction in the biceps. And much like when I'm doing the dumbbells at the end for that little finisher, you know, it's same angle, same great pump, except, you know, you can do more weight. Not that I'm doing a crazy amount of weight there. It's just a great finishing exercise. So would recommend throwing in some barbell curls for everybody that's trying to put on some size to their arms. So that about wraps it up for back and biceps day. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you're following along with the bulk series so far, consider subscribing. It's going to be plenty of more days to come. And drop a comment if you have any questions. I'll be answering more in the next video. And yeah, until then, keep on grinding. You know, make sure you're up to date with your workouts, your diet, your cardio, and just keep up the hard work. I will see you guys in day 53. Peace.